Hello everybody, I'm the Sonic Arrow, and there is no beef jerky time this episode. I'm not out of beef jerky, but that was just horrifying. So, it is time to go back to the button and go back to decide time. Ow! Ugh, I bent my wrist like this, and I hurt myself. I was doing this. I twisted it wrong. A 19. That's like 7:30. I'm trying to see if I can see anything in the static, but it's hurting my eyes. Color is so clear. Ugh, all sections cleared here. Ow! Okay, ouch. There's only one thing to do all over the place, because this is the current timeline we're going on. And horrifyingness. This is why I didn't do this. I hate this. I never noticed the eyeshadow on Fi. I hate Christmas. I hate it. Jim Carrey, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, bullied into getting a hobby. Ever seen Razzle's commentary on it? You probably should. Let the game end where I treat too. Self. Rest in piss. Lake. Bird. Twin. Old. Ah, Q, Mira, and Eric. Diana, Phi, Sigma. I know what each of these mean, but I'm not telling you. Let's just say Sigma is old. His brain is old. Let's just say that's where that comes from. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave that there. I can't wait to look back on this moment. Self-rip, Lake, Bird, Twin, Old. He jumped. That's what that blue light was. It was his consciousness from another history coming in. I'm just telling you that now. Huh? Well, time to press the button here. Did he just run full force into a wall and try to kill himself? Yeah, we're just gonna press the button now, all the way around. What's up with that other shadow that's there? Jeez, there is another freaking shadow. What? Gab, no! Gab, why are you chained up? And here we go. XVIII. That's 3 after 5 after 10. So it's 8 after 10, which is 18. Ah, there it is. That's gotta be horribly painful. Like melting away the skin to expose the nerves in your body. And then those being melted away. If you've ever smacked your head against a wall, just imagine that, but intensified by like 1,000,000. And it's all over your entire body. And now we can say for certain these three are connected to their these three. We're not here yet. We're not at Dream yet. So, key, Crash Keys, trying to save the world. That's Akane. Then Quark, Tenmyoji from Virtue's Last Reward. That's Junpei. That's his special word. Arm. Sigma gets his arms somehow removed, and they're replaced with robotic arms in the future in Virtue's Last Reward, which is how he cuts off his own arm and is able to do stuff. So, what does that mean for these? We don't know yet. We're not there. So, first we got Dream. That was awful. Key. Quark. Mom. Dear. Arm. Gab. The puppy. Can't leave the puppy behind. No. What is it? Isn't this the control room? That's right! No! Yeah, so for the coin to be 50-50... Okay, well, the coin is always 50-50, but the chance of it being heads is always 50-50. But Q is about to ask another question. Yes, it does, because the coin was flipped once. So if it was heads, it's Monday. Or heads, it's Tuesday. Wait, no, it's tails. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm getting confused. Yeah, so only the one coin flip happened. So what's the probability it was heads? The better question is, what's the probability it's Monday? And that's 2 and 3. However, if it's Monday, what's the probability it was heads and it's Monday? Oh, wait. What's the probability the coin flip the first time was heads? It's 50-50. But what's the probability of it being Monday? That's the real question. Because it's 2 and 3. If it's Tuesday, it's 1 and 3. And then 10,000 times, if it's tails, that happens 10,000 times. So what's the probability of being Monday? 1 in 10,000. And then what's the probability it isn't Monday? 9,000. No, 99,000. No, it isn't. Yeah, 9,000. 10,000. Okay. 9,999 out of 10,000. So that's where this comes into play. What was the probability the coin was flipped and it's and it's Monday is the question we're asking. It's 2 and 3. Or what's the probability it was heads and it's a Monday? That's 1 and 3. Because you have to have those two specific conditions for it to be that one. That's the probability of an and question. It's like, what's the probability you roll a dice that came out to be 1 and 1? Like, you rolled a dice and you rolled the dice twice and both times were 1. So you rolled it twice. What's the chance you got 1 both times? So what's the chance you got 1 and 1? So it's 1 out of 6 times 1 out of 6. So that's 1 out of 36. What's the probability you got 1 or 1? That's when you add it together. So that's like 1 out of 3. It's been a while since I've done contemporary math. I think that's how you do it. So you rolled it twice. What's the chance you got 1 or 1? No, out of 12. You rolled it twice, so there's 12 numbers you could have got. No. Yeah? No. Yeah. You rolled it twice. You could have got 12 results out of that. So what's the chance you got 1 out of either roll? Because you could have got 1 to 6 the first time and 1 to 6 the next. So it's 1 out of 12. I think. No. 1 out of 6. You could have got 1 2 times out of 12. Yeah, 2 rolls, 6 numbers possible each roll. One of them is a chance both times. No, 1 is a chance both times, and that's... Oh, I'm confusing myself. Let's just say you want the and condition. That's... It's Monday and the coin was heads. But it could have been heads and it's Tuesday, or tails and it's Tuesday when you're asked the question. So, if you didn't know that it was Tuesday, it could have been tails. If you thought it was Monday, it could have been heads or tails. So, that's the thing. Like, what's the chance it's Monday? Because a coin flip is always 50-50. No matter what, it's always 50-50. Because there's equal likelihood you'll land on heads or tails. That's 1 out of 2. Boom. It's 50-50. It's just asking what day it is. You have 2 chances it's Monday because it could be heads or tails, or it's Tuesday because it was tails. And that's it. A coin is flipped. And that's that. If that's the case, what the hell? Because the chance is 1 in 2. You're asking what's the probability the coin was flipped and it was heads. A coin flip is always 50-50. When you ask what day it is, then it becomes 1 in 3 that it was heads. And that it's Monday. Or it was heads and it's Tuesday. Because that one is 0. Wait. Yeah, 0. Because they're woken up on Monday, asked a question, and if it was tails, they're put back to sleep, and their memory is erased. If it was heads, asked a question, put back to sleep. Right? Is that what they said? put to sleep. Okay, yeah, so... and put to sleep again. What's the probability it was heads? I mean, it's just a... You're just asking the probability of the coin being heads. That's 1 in 2. That's 50-50. You're not asking about the day. It's 1 in 2. You're not asking about the day. So, if the question is, what was the chance the coin flip was heads, it's just 1 in 2. If you're asking about what day it is, you got a 1 in 3 chance of being right. I went into depth when I played this the first time. I don't remember if I have any clip. No, I deleted all those episodes because I got screwed up because of the OBS overwrite file if name exists. So I don't have anything to show you, but I did this exact thing the first time I played through. But it's 1 in 2 because they're not asking about what day it is. They're asking what the chance was the coin was heads. It's just 1 in 2. I mean, come on. If you want to ask about what day it is, you know what? I'm going to look up the Sleeping Beauty problem. Sleeping Beauty problem. Okay, it's a puzzle and decision theory in which whenever an ideally rational epistemic agent is awoken from sleep, they have no memory of whether they have been awoken before. Upon being told they have been woken once or twice according to the toss of a coin, once of heads and twice of tails, they are asked the degree of belief of the coin having come up heads. So they've been told they were woken once or twice. Oh, they're told once if heads and twice if tails. They're asked the degree of disbelief. No, they're asked their degree of belief for the coin having come up heads. So if we're talking purely, like, probability, like, the coin was flipped once. So once out of two, like, 1 out of 2 possible scenarios come out of it. So the degree of belief. So okay. What is your credence now for the proposition that the coin landed heads? So it's just the real problem is, what's the likelihood that it was flipped? Okay, they're not told how many times they've already woken up. They're just told that if they have been woken up once, the coin was heads, and if they've been woken up twice, it was tails. They're released on Wednesday without interview, and the experiment ends. So, if the coin comes up heads, Sleeping Beauty will be awakened and interviewed on Monday only. If it comes up tails, Sleeping Beauty will be awakened and interviewed on Monday and Tuesday. So, it's 1 and 2. Because the probability of it being tails is the same as it being heads. Oh. Wait. So, the design is a fair coin to be tossed to determine which procedure to undertake. So, Sleeping Beauty, once or twice, Sleeping Beauty will be awakened, interviewed, and put back to sleep with an amnesia-inducing drug that makes her forget that awakening. So, on Sunday, she'll be put to sleep, and then once or twice during the experiment, she'll be awakened, interviewed, and put back to sleep. So, every time the memory loss drug makes her forget she was awoken. If the coin comes up heads, Sleeping Beauty will be awakened and interviewed on Monday only. If the coin comes up tails, she will be awakened and interviewed on Monday and Tuesday. So, okay, but they're still asking what's the probability that it came up. Except they're asking what is the degree of belief for the coin having come up heads. That's the missing problem. So, what's the chance you will believe? No, that's not. How much do you believe it was heads? Because put to sleep on Sunday and awoken Monday, and then Tuesday, forgetting they awoke on Monday. So, that's only if it's tails. So technically, it's 1 in 3. There's a 1 in 3 chance that it came up heads. It's a 1 in 3 chance because if it was heads, then it would be Monday. So, it's 1 in 3. Oh, the halfer position. Okay, there's a thirder position, which is the original argument. So, suppose Sleeping Beauty is told and comes to fully believe the coin landed tails. By even highly restricted principle of indifference, given that the coin lands tails, her credence that it is Monday should be equal to her credence that it is Tuesday, since being in one situation would be subjectively indistinguishable from the other. Oh, that's just saying it's equally likely that it came up tails and it's Monday. Oh, or it's Tuesday. So, yeah, but then heads is Monday. So, the response to that is that it should be 1/2. Sleeping Beauty receives no new non-self-locating information throughout the experiment because she is told the details of the experiment. Since her credence before the experiment is the probability of heads is 1/2, she ought to continue to have a credence that probability of heads is 1/2, since she gains no new relevant evidence when she wakes up during the experiment. This directly contradicts one of the third premises, since it means that probability of tails and it's Monday being 1 out of 3, and probability of heads and it being Monday is 2 out of 3. What? The probability of it being heads and Monday is 1 out of 3. The probability of it being tails and Monday is 1/3. And the probability of it being... Oh, wait, no. Okay, hold on. Allow me just one more minute. Okay, I'm pretty sure that the probability of heads and Monday... Okay, heads and Monday is 1/3. But you have to put and in there. I'm pretty sure that vertical slash is or. Okay, now I get it. Yeah, heads or Monday. So, that's just 2 out of the 3 chances. Because it could be heads only 1 out of 3 times. And it could be Monday 2 out of 3 times. Yeah. So it's 2 out of 3. But heads and Monday is only 1 out of 3. Yeah. Okay, so... Yeah, the probability it's heads is 1/2. The probability it was heads was 1/2. And the probability it was Monday is 2/3. So, make them... Okay, so 4 of... Okay. 3/6 plus 4/6 is 7/6. What? Heads or Monday? So 1/2... or 2/3. That's 4, 6, 3... Okay, I'm hurting myself. Oh, wait. No. Okay, it is 2/3. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah, never mind. Ignore me. Sorry, ignore me. Yeah, okay, I'm having severe brain trauma. But yeah, the probability it's heads is just 1/2. So, yeah, it's just, what's the probability the coin landed on heads? That's 1/2. You're not asking about Monday or Tuesday, so it's 1/2. The probability of being heads is just 1/2. So, there's 2 ways the experiment could go. You could be awoken on a Monday and then put back to sleep. Or awoken on Monday, have your memory erased when you're put back to sleep, and wake up on Tuesday. So there is 2 ways the experiment could go. It ends the same way. You're awoken on Wednesday and let go. So, yeah. It's just 1 out of 2, because the experiment could have gone 2 ways. And if you forgot everything on Monday and it got to Tuesday, the experiment just continued as it was supposed to. So it's the way the experiment goes is based on 2 chances or 2 events, 2 equally likely events. So it's 1 out of 2, because you're only asking what was the probability. It was heads and you've been woken up. No, wait. Okay, hold on. So, okay, so the coin is flipped, and then the experiment goes 1 of 2 ways. Based on that coin flip. So it's half as likely that... It's equally likely that 2 ways the experiment could go would happen, because you're just flipping a coin to determine how the experiment's going to go for that one trial. So it's 1 out of 2. I think I just cracked it. It's 1 out of 2. Because the experiment is being conducted based on a coin flip, which is 50-50. So, even if it was 10,000 times, the coin's only being flipped once. That's the entire thing. The coin's being flipped once. That's it. It's 1 and 2. It's 1 and 2. I got it. The coin's being flipped once to determine how the experiment goes. So even if you were woken up 10,000 times, it doesn't matter what the probability of it being Monday is, because you're determining the outcome of the experiment on a coin flip. That's it. That's all you're doing. All right, back to the game. It's 1 and 2. Not really. Well, yeah, of course. One more thing. The whole philosophical argument of a person is the sum of their total experiences. So let's say I was driving and I saw a car crash. That's very different to being the person in the car crash, right? Or one of them at least. So technically I'm different from that person because I just saw what happened and they experienced it firsthand. So, if one person kicked a ball down the street and the other person kicked the same ball down the street, then who's to say the ball went the exact same way? Who says they kicked with the same foot? Like, they just kicked the same ball down the street. But there's always going to be something different about it. Okay, let's say... Okay, different example. Let's say 2 people are writing on a chalkboard. They both write the same word, and that's that. Except they're both doing it at the same time, so they can't do it in the same place at the same time. So they're doing it in 2 different places, meaning that's 2 different experiences based on location. So one person who's writing on, say, the left side of the chalkboard is technically different than the person on the right, correct? So their experience was different, so they are different people. Also, I have not experienced the past 10 seconds. No, wait, I have experienced 10 more seconds than myself 10 seconds ago. Technically, I am a new person every time a second has passed. A millisecond, a nanosecond, a microsecond. Any length of time that has passed, I am technically a new person. And that's technically true, because I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I wasn't even alive 21 years ago, almost 22 now. So, as a 21-year-old, I'm very different than the 15-year-old that was going to sophomore year. Going to high school in sophomore year. Yeah, I was 15. Okay. Yeah, 15. So, technically, I am a different person now than I was then. Like, that's like saying new year, new me. Like, you technically crossed over a second or a minute into a new year. So, that is a new you because you are in a different year than your past self. That's technically what people mean. Like, I'm a new person because I am no longer living in, like, 2015, let's say. When the clock rolled over to 2016. I'm a new person because 2015 is gone and left my old self behind. Even though they act the same, they've technically experienced a whole different year. Or a whole different time. Like, they're now experiencing a brand new year than they did last year. So, technically, they're living another year. They are going to add more experiences, so they're going to be different from who they were in 2015. Obviously, because they are now living in 2016, and they are now writing dates differently, and they are doing things differently, and all that. So, what was going to be a 30-minute video has turned into an hour-long escapade getting into the paradox of the Sleeping Beauty problem, which is 1 and 2 because a single coin flip was done and determines the outcome. So it's 1 and 2, okay? I'm putting that out there. The Sleeping Beauty problem is 1 and 2 because of the coin flip. Was the Sleeping Beauty problem ever solved? I don't know, but we'll get to that. Let's just keep going. I did the exact same thing and made a way longer video than I meant to last time I played this. Whoa, did you see mirror glitch? I saw that. But, yeah, so I did the exact same thing last time too. But it's 1 and 2. Okay, so, Dream Key Quark Mom Dear Arm. I love how it just out the cursor. I'd stay with the puppy too. I don't blame him. I'd do the same thing. Absolutely, 100% of the time, I'd stay with Gab. Gotta go back in time. Achievement unlocked. Game over. Ah, I got my first game over. Did I? Hold on. Apparently, I got my first bad ending. Save over this. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I will continue this in the next episode. Yeah, so the Sleeping Beauty problem is 1 and 2. Because the outcome is based on a coin flip. The experiment can go one of two ways. There's no room for doubt there, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!